there are plenty of party games out there. And one of the most popular is Apples to Apples. And you also have its more mature counterpart, Cards Against Humanity. Now, the thing about that is that even Apples to Apples may not be entirely appropriate for children, say ages 7 or younger. Now, there is always this issue whenever you go to a gathering of people and you bring your children along. They always want to join in with you. Now, the thing is when you have young children, some of these games may not be very appropriate for them. It's not that it's naughty per se, it's just that they're too young to understand the concept of those words. And so sometimes you get into these situations where you're there with your 6-year-old or your 7-year-old. They come up to you and they just want to join into the game. It's something that is so important to them. And they just want to be part of that crowd. Now, you look at them, they look up at you, and they just cry out, "Daddy, please, may I join into the game?" And you just feel so bad for them that you just sort of break down and say, "Yeah, sure." And so you try to help them along. They look at these words in their hand, and it just flies over their head. They constantly turn to you and say, "Dad, what does this word mean?" So you're constantly trying to help them out, meanwhile playing with your own hand. And it can get complicated trying to play their hand and play your hand. Well, there are some options. And the one game that I found that it could really help them along is this game here, Big Picture Apples to Apples. It is basically the same concept. It's very similar. You take a green card and the judge places it face down. And then the various players take their red cards and they try to find one that matches best with them. And they place it face down. And every single player does that. It's the same thing. The only difference is, instead of words, they're pictures. As you can see, these words are much simpler than your basic apples to apples sort of game. Where, for instance, this word is wobbly. And we have a guy really messing up a milkshake and a blender. As you can see, it's an easier concept for them to understand. It's very important to them to become a part of the action, become a part of your life in a way that maybe they weren't so much interested in when they were 3-year-old or 4-year-old. The scoring is pretty much the same, except that you get these tokens. When you score a point, you gain one of these tokens. My favorite is the zombie apple. Right here. You know, everyone loves zombies. The scoring system is much simpler also. It's the first of 5. But I'm sure you can make house rules wherever you go. You could play to 7 tokens. Players play with 5 cards, but you could easily move that up to 7 cards. So it's customizable. Additionally, the backs of the cards are the same as the original Apples to Apples game. What this means is you can mix these cards in with the original game. It should provide, extra challenges if you find that your original set of Apples to Apples is just getting a little bit boring. As far as gameplay goes, I would say that this isn't as enjoyable as the original Apples to Apples for adults, because with the original game you could throw in some more adult themes. this is a much simpler game. However, what this game is excellent for is getting your children involved. That is something that is important to younger children, to become involved with their parents in these situations. It helps them socialize better, I think, and overall, it helps you integrate all these aspects in your life. Because as parents, having your children become involved is important. Overall, I would give this game a good grade, especially for those parents who want their children to join in on the fun. So, thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestions for other games for review, just leave a comment below, and go ahead and tell me what you think of Big Picture Apples to Apples. Go ahead, let me know. And until next time, thanks for watching.